We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 175, World Series of Poker edition. Today we're going to talk about my last few weeks in poker, my horrible fall where I almost killed myself, the upcoming WSOP. We're going to give away 1% to 5 of my 10Ks to some callers, and we'll talk about the NBA Final Four. The Mouthpiece is next. What up? Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 175. So, we missed last week. We were supposed to have a podcast when I got back from Reno. I decided to get back at 11:30 at night, and then my cat was hiding in above the refrigerator and wouldn't come down, and I needed to feed him. So my dumbass decided that I'm going to grab a ladder out of the garage, put it up against the refrigerator, climb up and get the cat down. The only problem is I put the ladder upside down with the legs on top and the top of the ladder on the bottom. This ladder slipped from underneath me. I fell 8 feet. I thought for sure I was paralyzed, as I had horrifying pain in the middle of the back where my disc is pressing into my spinal cord. I was then in the ER all day Friday, and somehow I could tell you the whole story, but let's just say through the grace of God, I had an MRI on my thoracic spine and the disc didn't move. So I'm not going to be paralyzed. Thank you, God. Oh my God. Thank you. So, but I'm very beaten up. I have black and blue marks all on the whole right side of my leg, all down the bottom of my leg is yellow, and you add that with the knee pain, it's been a rough week. So I am feeling a little bit better. My hand's fucked up and it still hurts like fuck, but I didn't break it, and I'm feeling good mentally. Yeah, I am going to win this year. Yeah, I plan on doing that. So, yeah, things are good. Let's see, I played some poker last week and this week. So I won a little bit last week. I think I won around, I'm trying to remember, but I don't know, like 21,000. And then this week I got stuck 19K on Monday, and I won back 19K during the rest of the week. So I'm even for the week. I feel like I'm playing well. Really haven't played that much this week. I'm really trying to heal from this fall, and so I'm really psyched for WSOP. I'm mentally ready. Everything's been pretty good. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a hold of my guy that I rent my scooter from so I could get it brought down there. I'll be checking into the Paris on Tuesday. I have a room there for the whole World Series, and then I'll be coming home usually once a week. So yeah, so we had the Friday, the cat wouldn't come down, then I hurt myself, then he started sneezing, and then he wasn't eating, then I took him to the vet, and they gave him something for his tummy, and then he wouldn't eat for 3 more days, and I was flipping out and crying because if he doesn't eat, you have to kind of put him down. But Saturday or Monday, the blood test, the urine test, all the tests came back positive. Like that he's improved with his kidney failure. So it made no sense that he wasn't eating, except for the fact that maybe he was mad that I was gone for 5 days. And then I took him into the vet, and then I gave him medication that upset his stomach. And anyways, he's eating good now, and he's doing really good now. So it's been a good week for that. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, so I have to make sure the cats are taken care of. So I've got it together where I have somebody to take care of the cats for the series. I've got a full-time assistant at the Paris every day for the series. So this is really going to help me a lot. And my little 7-month-old, she's getting a little fat. She might have a fucking thyroid issue. She's pretty plump. She went from the little tiniest thing to a big round mound. She won't even come up and show her face because she's a little fatty. But yeah, so things are good. I always tell you that during the playoffs I bet like $1,000, sometimes $2,000 on a playoff game just for fun. And knock on wood, I'm like on this like ridiculous heater where I'm picking like every side of every hockey game and basketball game right. Probably the second biggest hot streak I've ever been on. And I like betting 1,000 a game, mostly 1,000, some 2,000s, but I've won like 35K back and 35K straight. And then I got Florida for 2K in the hockey to win the series. The Oilers for 2K in hockey to win the series. I had the Oilers for 1K at 4-1 to win the cup. I have the Indiana Pacers for my biggest bet I've made since 2016 at 3K at plus 140. I told everybody they had the wrong side favored, and through 2 games, I've pretty much shown that I'm right. I have to win 2K on the OKC Thunder, where I laid 291 because I split the juice with a bunch of fucking people who don't believe that OKC is an all-time great team. And so I'm looking at hopefully winning all 4 series, and we'll see what happens. It's just fucking around, It's like it's kept me busy while I'm getting ready for the series. So yeah, it's fun to be right at sports, but like I laugh around. I'm like, I'm betting crumbs and on the biggest winning streak of my life, but that's good, because I don't care about winning money. I just do it for fun, and if I lose 10,000 or win 10,000, whatever. But it's pretty good to be right once in a while. I do believe the OKC Thunder have the best defense in the history of the NBA in the last 20 since they got rid of the handshake rule. And I did put a bet out with Phil, and like somehow, some way, I'm losing this bet on Twitter because of how Phil worded it. But anybody that doesn't think the OKC Thunder is the best defense we've seen in 20 years knows nothing about basketball. I mean, Minnesota can't get in the lane. Randall and SGA can't even get a shot off. I mean, they held Denver to like 85 points twice. I mean, this is a all-time great defense. I think they're an all-time great team. They have the 4th best record in the NBA history, and they have the largest margin of victory at 12.9 points a game. And they are the youngest team, if they win the championship, to ever win the championship. So when you're the youngest team to ever win the championship, You have the largest margin of victory in the history of the NBA. You have the fourth best record in the history of the NBA. You're giving up like 90 a game in the playoffs, 95, whatever, and you're going to win the championship. Yeah, you're a top 4 team in the NBA. Minnesota scores 150 tonight. Good luck. OKC -3 is like stealing. They have no chance, Minnesota. None. They're a 6 seed for a reason. You have a 1 versus 6. Okay, Randall, once you shut Randall down, fucking, they're just done, So, I would appreciate if anybody goes to the Twitter poll that Phil Hellmuth put out, and I put out on OKC being the best defensive team. If you haven't voted yet, please vote for yes, they are. Because if I have to pay this motherfucker, I'm just going to be sick. Florida's really good, but I just think it's Edmonton's year. And I was able to, because Florida was up 2-0, and the Oilers were down 1-0, I was able to get 4.2 to 1 on them before yesterday's game. Now they're back to co-favorites. Dallas had won 7 in a row at home, and they clocked them pretty good yesterday. 3 shutouts in 4 games. I mean, their defense is really good. I don't see it. Edmonton's winning the cup. It's going to be a great series. I think they beat Florida in 7, but we'll see what happens. I could be completely wrong. Dallas is really good too. Yeah. So, poker wise, I put down, if anybody wants to buy a piece of me at Poker Stake, I'm selling 29%, 30% of myself. So pokerstakes.com, very small markup. You can check it out. You can buy some pieces of myself. Yeah, Dort, Williams, Chet, SGA. I mean, their starting 5 and their top 6 are the best defensive player. I've never seen a defensive team this good ever. So, you think Minnesota will win by 30? They can't score 30 points more than OKC if they tried. If OKC scores 100 and they go completely off, the most they could probably get is 115. So you're delusional. Yeah, let's see what's going on. So I'm really excited for the World Series. My brain is really working well. I'm working on a possible endorsement deal for the World Series. I can't talk about it yet until I sign it. But you guys will know by the time I do my vlogs, and by the time the first event starts. So the mystery bounty day 1A is Tuesday. I'm probably gonna late res that and play it, and then I go right into Omaha 8 1500 on Tuesday. And so by the time 1500 Omaha 8 is finishing, will be day 2 of the mystery bounty. So yeah, so that's what I'll be playing there. We're going to be adding extra stuff to the vlogs this year. We're going to have the scooter vlogs. We're going to then be doing some uploading from the phone to hopefully getting updates, and then more player interaction with the vlogs this year. So that's kind of the goal right now, is getting more interaction with the players this year. So I'll be playing a full schedule. Let's see, no phones during the final, 3 tables. I mean, I never use my phone anyways, so the only thing I do is I'll be doing is taking some videos maybe, but that's about it. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, well, anybody that respects Dan Blitzerian, we usually just block on this chat because he's a fucking Jew hater piece of shit. So, yeah, we don't want to have to block you. So, anyways, thank you for watching the documentary. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Over 100,000 views in a week. Pretty good. That's just on YouTube. So it's been doing very, very good. We're pretty happy with it. And things are, I mean, I've never been happier. Well, let's talk about Reno last week. So I can't really tell you what happened because I can't give results or anything, but I could tell you that there is a incredible scene where Phil goes crazy on me and knocks my phone out of my hand. It was really funny. You'll have to watch that when it comes out. Barry, are you okay? It's pretty funny. Yeah, Danny's doing good. How you feeling, buddy?
Getting better.
Yep, he's getting better. His chest still hurts a lot, and he's not really allowed to drive. So it's it's going to be a little bit tough for him. He's been working a little bit harder this week, and he'll be all right, man. He'll be all right. So yeah. Now Phil's a fucking character. I mean, I told them I was going to go nuts on him this week or last week because I've been way too nice to him, and everybody he's like, oh, we're good friends now, Mike. Whenever you're mean to me, we both lose. But the game was playing a little bit smaller than normal, and I told him I was going to really ride him hard. So I did, and we had a lot of fun. And yeah, it was pretty good. Let's see what else happened down there. Well, I mean, the only bad thing that happened down there is we rented out the nightclub. They have a pool in the background, really nice background. So there was literally the 7 players, 3 cameramen, 2 dealers, and 2 other people. So there was 15 people in the room. The room gets locked the second we leave. I had my sunglasses on day 1. I put them on the table, and nobody seemed to find them. And they're prescription sunglasses. And so I don't believe anybody stole them. I do believe somebody accidentally put them in their bag. So I had to buy a new pair of sunglasses for the World Series, which I need to go pick up today or tomorrow. So that was the only negative thing that happened down there. We watched a lot of basketball. I just kept telling everybody, just keep betting against the Warriors. They're drawing dead. And so I think that was the start of my run because they couldn't put it in line up enough because they couldn't score. So, yeah, I played with John the blackjack guy. He's an interesting character. A lot of fun. So such a small world. So this girl that I used to hang out with, really nice friend of mine, like, she's like, texts me, she's like, I'm here with John, and then that's her boyfriend. And it was like such a small world. Like, how does that even happen? Like, he lives in Chicago, she lives in Vegas. And so we kind of talked and hung out. She's really nice. So that was like, we were like, wow, what a small world. Like, she's dating this guy that lives in Chicago, and she's in Reno hanging out with him. And we used to be really good friends. So it was good to hear from her, talk to her a little bit. And it was a fun week, Poker Night America. They're really nice. Everybody was really nice. They took care of us. I had a fun week. That's all I could say. I mean, could I have murdered the game? Sure. Could I have lost? Sure. I did somewhere in between. But it was, I thought I played really well. Made a couple of mistakes. Whatever. It is what it is. I like playing live. Basically, the most important reason why I went down was because I knew I was going to be playing 6-7 hours a day for 4 straight days, and I really needed to get my body used to playing day after day after day after day. And it wasn't easy. I mean, they had a really cool bathtub in the room we were in, so I was able to like relax in it and try and feel better. But it was pretty hard on my body. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty tough. And then I come back home and I have this horrific fall. So everything about my entire body hurts like crazy. But my brain is really working well. That's really all that matters. I could deal with pain. I've dealt with pain for 10 years, but if my brain is really working at a high level, then we're going to do good, And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the World Series. I'm going to give away tonight on our show 1% to my 5 best events, because I want you guys to win. We're going to give away 1% to the 10K Omaha 8 or better. We're going to give away 1% to the 10K PLO 8 or better. We're going to give away 1% to the stud 8 or better. We're going to give away 1% to the dealer's choice or Big O, whichever one you decide on, and 1% to the main event. Yeah, last year we didn't do well at all. I didn't make anybody any money at all. But this year we're going to try and make you guys some money. And I am going to, throw out some easy trivia, some tough trivia. And we're going to go from there, Yeah, Omaha 8's my strongest game. I think PLO 8's my strongest game. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Barry, he's taking a jet that the whole United States will use after he's out of office. He's not taking it for himself. He's taking it for the country. You fucking morons. You guys are fucking stupid. You guys are fucking idiots. Ugh, you make me have to talk fucking politics. It's like ridiculous. Politics are going well. Everything that Trump is doing is going well. The stock market's a record high. Bitcoin's at a record high. Everything I told you guys 3 weeks ago to invest in Tesla doubled from 215 to over 400. I told you all. Bitcoin, I begged you all, 73 a coin, back up to record 109 a coin. The gas prices are the lowest it's been in like 5 years, Memorial Day weekend. Everything I told you was going to happen is happening. So No, he's not taking it for himself, Barry. He's taking it for the United States of America. It'll be Air Force One. So where you get your information is completely wrong. And then the United States will use that jet until like 5 years from now when the ones they ordered are done. So he's not taking it for himself. It will always be a backup for the United States of America. Anyways, I don't want to talk about fucking people that are so stupid. What do you want to do? Get some, what time is it? 3:20? Yeah. You want to start taking phone calls and giving away 1%?
Yeah, in case sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, it does take a while. Okay. So, yeah, Trump is keeping it. You don't even know what news you're watching. I mean, you watch just propaganda. So, anyways, we are going to start our trivia. I was hoping to wait till some more people got on here, but you know what? The less people that are watching, the more chance you guys have of winning 1%. And I want my Bitcoin at an all-time high, just like I told you. There's not one thing. You guys remember, like I said, when everybody was panicking about the tariffs and everything, oh, he's destroying the economy. I'm like, okay, the media is telling you this. That means he's doing a good job. And of course, everything the media tells you always comes true, because it's everything they say is a lie. Now they're like, Jake Tapper's out there. Oh, Biden was cognitive. Meanwhile, all the fucking left-wing media stumped for Biden, and now they're throwing him under the bus because he's out of office. Pretty funny, actually. That's what they do. Anyways, let's see. Let's take some phone calls, and let's come up with some trivia and see who wants to make some money and win 1% to my 10Ks.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Mouth Matiso on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live.
702-329-0480. Give us a call. See if you can win yourself 1% to one of my 10Ks. First caller is going to get 1% to my Omaha 8 or better. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
What are you doing?
At your documentary.
Yeah, how'd you like it?
It was good. It was so good I watched it again on YouTube for you.
Nice. I appreciate it.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Pacers.
The Pacers are fucking good, okay?
They just have that it factor.
Well, I knew that. That's what. Do you understand? I have not bet 3K on anything since 2016. And I bet 3K at plus 140 on them to win the series because, like, people don't know what they're watching, okay? Like, let's go to the Boston Knicks series. In all reality, 4 of the first 5 games, Boston kicked the shit out of them, right or wrong. Okay?
That's right.
Okay, and Boston just imploded because Porzingis was out the second half of the first 2 games, okay? So, basically, the Knicks didn't even compete, and they were down 20 and somehow made up 20 points in the fourth quarter twice because Porzingis was out and all they did was shoot threes. But in reality, 4 of the first 5 games, Boston destroyed them. So that tells me the Knicks aren't even close to Boston, okay? Forget that they won the series. They won the series because the Tatum went down. Even if they lose the game, like they were only down 7 when Tatum got hurt, and yes, they had a bad fourth quarter again, but with Tatum healthy And the big loss for Boston was Porzingis. I mean, he stretches the floor.
Yeah.
He does what Chet Holmgren.
Even Jaylen Brown was hurt.
Yeah, he does what Chet Holmgren does for the fucking OKC, which makes their defense and their team unstoppable. So, I don't know if Boston could have won without, Porzingis because he's so important for that team. But you had to look at the 4 of the first 5, and basically speaking, the Knicks played one good game in the first 5. Okay, so now...
Well, 2 things about Indiana.
Yeah, and...
last year, even though the Celtics swept Indiana last year, every game Indiana lost to the Celtics was by like 1 point.
Correct, and that was with them missing 3 starters, right? They blow the first game where they give it away, where Halliburton then gets hurt, right? Then they lose 2 more starters. They were playing with 2 starters, and they literally had a chance to win 3 of the 4 games. They led for the last 3 minutes, right? So now let's go back to why I had so much money, why I made this big bet on Indiana. So what exactly you just said, right? I factored in the Knicks weren't even close to Boston in the series, even though they won, right? And then you factor in what they did to a really good 64 team win Cleveland team. Now, the first 2, you had no Garland and no Mobley, and that really hurt, okay? Now Mobley and Garland come back and they win game 3 big, right? And now you're thinking to yourself, well, man, this fucking Cleveland team's really good at full strength. But the problem is Garland was playing extreme. He couldn't push off the toe. So he was shooting like 3 of 15 from he couldn't make a shot, right? Even in game 3 that they won big, he couldn't make a shot. And I said, if he don't make shots, they're going to be in trouble, right? So game 4, he don't make shots. Mitchell fucking twists his ankle, and they get the shit kicked out of him. And Mobley was not 100%. And
my other thing is that Carlisle's the coach, and what he did with the 2011 Mavericks is not too different than what he's doing to these Pacers.
He is out coaching fucking Thibodeau like it's Trump versus Biden. Okay, I mean it's like one guy knows what's going on, the other guy has no idea what's going on, and it's obvious, And so going to that, right? Let's go to game 4 where Cleveland now gets the shit kicked out of them, right? And now it's 3-1 Pacers. Now they're going back to Cleveland, right? And Cleveland led that game with 4 minutes to go in the first half by 19 fucking points. And at halftime, they closed it to 8. By the end of the third quarter, the game was over. It was a 10-point lead for Indiana, who just pulled away. I mean, they kicked the shit out of them in Cleveland at full strength. Yeah, you could say, well, Mitchell had the ankle and he shot 5 for 25 from the field. He still got 30 fucking points. He still got to the free throw line, right? They just got out-defended. Indiana out-defended them in the second half.
They wore them out, too. There's such a deep bench.
Correct.
Who else has got that deep of a bench? I'd like to see them in OKC.
Well,
that would be a good matchup.
We're going to get to that. We'll talk about that in a second, right? But, so, boom, they beat fucking Cleveland 4-1, right? And so I watched one team that was slaughtered by Boston, but Boston just puked it off, and another team that slaughtered a team that was that had the best record in the East. And so I felt they had the wrong side favorite. That's why I bet Indiana, and I'm looking like a genius. Now, let's talk about how deep they are. Why are they? One of the reasons why, okay, yes, there's no way the Knicks should ever have lost game 1. Even that they ran them into the ground and they ran out of gas. You cannot blow an 8-point lead with 39 seconds to go in a game. It's just not possible. You know what I'm saying? So
Pacers were just hot. It was one of those games, and it came at the right time.
Yeah. And so I told everybody.
72% shooting.
I mean, here's the thing. They led 14 with 2:49 to go. Okay? And they scored 9 points in the last 2:49. And the Pacers tied them. That's 23-9 in 2:49. By the way, that's a 92-point quarter pace, if anybody out there wants to know. And so, yeah, I told everybody I thought the Knicks were going to play really hard first half, but I don't. The first half line yesterday was 4.5. I'm not laying 4.5. So I bet money line Knicks first half yesterday, game Indiana, and then double pressed Indiana at halftime because they were up by 3 and Halliburton had 2 points.
Yep.
And
I'm not even a Pacers fan. I'm not glazing on the Pacers. Right. I'm a Celtics fan. I saw it last year with Indiana. They have that it factor.
Mm-hmm. And Indiana had top 4 record in the NBA since January 1st. And their offense is unstoppable. I mean, it's really good. Now we go to what you just said. The depth. They're playing 11 players. The fucking Knicks are playing 7. Okay? You can't fucking play 11 against 7 because the way Indiana plays fast, you're just you're just dead, right? So the only what the Knicks' only chance is to make shots and set their defense and muck the game up and slow it up. If they let Indiana get out and run, they're just dead.
Thibodeau's a good defensive coach, but he had Cat riding the bench all day yesterday for no reason, and then Brunson's taking stupid shots at the end of the game.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with you on that. So Cat, by the way, I also bet 1,000 on Cat under 24.5. Now I thought I was gonna lose. Like he had 18 going to the fourth, he had 2 to start the fourth, and then he put him on the bench. Now why did he put him on the bench? Okay, he had 20 points and he was a minus 25 when he was out on the fucking floor because he fucking is horrible. He's horrible on defense. Like, they were just fucking burning him left and right, you know? And so you could say, okay, Brunson made the bad shot at the end of the game. But, like, they were down 10 with 3 minutes, and Brunson made every shot to get it down to 3. So you can't...
He reminds me of... Let me ask you this. Does Brunson remind you of Isaiah Thomas of the Celtics in 2018 when he was on fire?
I mean, Brunson reminds me of nobody I've ever seen. The guy just... backs down. The guy's 6 foot tall, okay? By the way, I bet somebody when he got drafted behind what's the Duke shooter that plays on the Suns, the 3-point shooter.
Grayson Allen?
Grayson Allen. I'm like, how could they draft Grayson Allen in front of Jalen Brunson? Are they blind? Like, it was all because of size, because Brunson's only 6 foot tall. But, like, I watched the guy win 2 championships. The guy was fantastic. And so, the guy... when was the last time you seen a point guard with the footwork of Jalen Brunson?
He is good posting people up and backing people down.
How do you... A 6 foot guy is posting up 6 fucking 10 guys and fucking shooting over them the pull-up 2 like it's nothing. And the 3... he's fantastic, bro. He's fantastic. And so...
But he's not going to shoot 100%, so they need help.
But listen, you want to say he made the bad shot at the end of the game. Okay, I agree. It was a bad shot. He could have got closer. He had plenty of time. Okay? But he was worried about them fouling him, which...
That's a good point.
Okay, which you're supposed... They have no timeouts left. So you're supposed... The Knicks had one timeout left, right? So, like, you're supposed to foul him, right?
Yep.
And so... He'd been shooting good, and was it probably 3 or 4 feet deeper than he wanted to be? He probably should have got a little closer, sure. But you have to understand why he takes that shot, right? He knows they're going to foul him. You know, there's under 10 seconds to go. I mean, you'd be crazy to not foul him. So you can't blame Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was a man amongst men, and Indiana's just too deep. That's just it. So
if it's Indiana, OKC, who do you like?
So let's go to that. Indiana plays 11 deep. OKC plays 11 deep. Okay, this will be the first. They'll be the first opponent where OKC cannot run 11 guys out there and make that an advantage. Okay, so, and they match up pretty good. I think OKC wins in 6. I originally felt, okay, I think OKC is going to sweep Minnesota, and I thought they were going to lose 1 in the finals. But the way Indiana's playing, I think Indiana could get 2. I think it could possibly go 7. And OKC is an all-time great team. Anybody that wants to tell me different, just look at the stats, okay? Just like I put out, on Twitter, OKC is the best defensive team I've seen since the hand check rule has been put in. I mean, look at the size down low. Whenever Randall and Ant go to the paint, every shot gets blocked. That's why Minnesota's dead. If they're not shooting the 3 well, and they're getting outscored 2-1 in the paint every game. And that's because their defense is so long. They're so long. They got the top 3 best on-ball defender in the NBA in Caruso. They signed. They got the size in Hartenstein, and they got Chet Holmgren, who blocks everything. And their best defensive player is Dort.
Yep.
And then you have Wallace is their second best defender. He comes off the bench. So this team is a monster. Nobody's beating them. But Indiana's it'll be a fun 6 games, I think. Anyways, I got lots of callers. I'm trying to give away 1%.
I want an easy trivia question. Terrible trivia.
You can't have an easier one than this if you listen to the show. What are the 2 names of my 2 kittens?
Oh, you just got those so recently. Oh man. I know Flash, but
Flash is long
these
dead.
new ones. Oh, I know that, but the new ones, I can't remember their names. They're
God, I gave you such
I know you said it like an episode or 2 ago, but it just
I bring them up on I bring them up on every episode. I always talk about my kittens. God, that's really let down.
Oh.
Sorry. Well, let me see.
Thanks anyway, I think you're gonna win a bracelet this year.
I do
and
too.
I think you'll run deep and cash in the main event.
I think I'm going to do really well, and I've never said that before.
Good luck, Mike.
You got it. And let's see what we give these away. If not, you can try calling back later.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. Callbacks will be last. Try and win 1% of my Omaha 8 we'll start with. 702-329-0480. Hello, welcome to the Mouthpiece of Mike.
Mikey, Gypsy Frank, what's happening, man?
Gypsy Frank, what's going on, my man? How are you? How's poker?
I am well. Been okay, actually playing online right now as we speak. I was listening in last podcast you did, but I was playing live at the circuit, WSOP, and I couldn't, call in. Had a couple of deep runs. I actually wanted your opinion on a hand, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
So I'm in for 2 bullets in the 1100. There was 26 left at the time. There's like 120K up top. I just got moved to a new table, and I started the hand out of the small with 18 bigs, and chip leader at the table, who seems like, I don't know, he seemed aggro. Okay. Opens from under the gun +2 when it was folded to him. I looked down at queens, and he opened to 2.5x. And I ran this. I'm sorry.
He opened where, under the gun, or where at?
He opened under the gun +1 or 2. I don't remember exactly.
Okay, so you have queens. It's fine.
I have queens, and
how many big blinds?
17.5 big.
18.5.
I started the hand with 18 out of the small.
Okay.
And I
you have any read on him at all, or no?
No, other than he seems aggro.
Okay.
I tank jam, and he tank calls the A7 suited, which I think is fucking horrible.
Horrifying.
In my opinion.
Horrible.
I want the call. I mean, to win. If I'm going to win the tournament.
I'm 3-1 fucking favorite. He's calling you. By the way, A7 is 3-1 dog to any pair over eights. It's 3-1 dog against any ace queen, king, ace jack. It's
to my understanding, he's 70-30.
Yeah, it's 70-30. You're 70-30. Exactly. 2.5. You're 2.5 to 1. Okay, but the thing is like if you have king queen suited, which you're never jamming because I know you, like then he's flipping, like he's 54%.
With no history, I would never jam versus him. But if I knew he was like opening every pot and like trying to torture the table, I might in certain spots.
Please, the rest of my life, let ace 7 call my jam. That's all I have to say. They'll always be fucking.
My question was like we put it in. Me and my backer put it in the solver, and it says that it is a jam. But I was wondering, like from playing from back in the day, people used to win tournaments and say I was only all in 2 times or etc. Well, am I supposed to possibly click it back to like 7.5?
That's the thing.
There?
Fuck the solver. If you notice if you watch any of the high stakes final tables, they're all fucking playing 15 big blinds deep like they're 100 big blinds deep. Raise, min raise, one blind, 3-bet to 3 blinds, call, bet 1 blind. I don't know if you've noticed this, but that's how they're playing lately, right? Like Daniel, when he was getting crushed, he was just jamming the 13, 14
playing that style
with like jack queen suited and jamming, right? Because the solver said it, right? But the solver is going against another computer. It's not going against players. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So a lot of what the solver says with jams, a lot of the top players are not doing anymore. So, and once they realize that the ace 5 suited is not a 5-bet, because then maybe they'll realize the solver doesn't have a clue. So
I can't tell you how many times I've seen people getting it in with 3 or 4 betting with the ace 3, ace 4, ace 5.
And they just go broke every time, right? They just go broke every time.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever.
Me neither.
If you're super deep, you could do it in spots, I think, to balance your range.
Yeah, if you're super deep in a fucking cash game, but yeah, exactly.
I think it's applicable in tournaments, at certain points or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus, you have removal to aces, ace king, ace queen, etc. But
I just love the fact. Well, you block a big 8. No, you don't block shit. There's 3 fucking other aces in the deck, you assholes. So, anyways,
this is true.
I got lots of callers. I'm gonna try and win you 1%.
Don't ask me the fucking cat question because I don't know.
Okay. Damn, that sucks.
I know one of them, but I don't know the others.
Let's see. What can we come up with here? I want to give you something.
I need an easy one that I'm a day one.
Oh, this one should be easy. If you don't know this one, then you're just... Okay, I had the worst World Series last year of my life. I final tabled the last event. What was the name of the last event I finaled?
The closer?
There you go. All right, gift Gypsy Frank, 1% of my Omaha 8.
Fucking A, that's your best tournament, too. I was debating if you were given the option if I was going to take the stud 8 or 08, but I think 08 is still your best game.
Good. I had a feeling you'd get that one. All right, well,
awesome, man.
I got lots of callers. I got to give away 4 more % and talk about what else is going on
in
the world.
Good luck, man. Crush it.
Yeah.
I'm coming there. I don't know what date yet, but
I promise you, Frank, I've never said this on the fucking podcast or anywhere. I've always said, I hope I have a good World Series. People would always say, you're going to crush it. I would say, yeah, I hope so. Okay. This is the first year that I'm telling you, my brain with the new medication and not being on Adderall and switching to Vyvanse and being so relaxed and focused every single day, I will have no ups and downs. And the ups and downs have always took me out.
And no chick issues.
And no,
I hear you, man.
no
Whether
girl
you do
issues.
Experience that or not, just keep a clear head and stay positive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Once your medication and your brain is working, you're going to always be positive. You're not going to have ups and downs. Like, I won't have to deal with girl issues making me negative. I won't have to worry about Danny's truck breaking down, nobody to pick me up. I've got a full-time helper for the whole World Series. Danny's daughter is going to take care of my cats. Everything's good. So,
Speaking of Danny, I'm happy to hear he's doing well. My father just did quadruple bypass a month and a half ago. So.
A month and a half
I know
ago.
what the
How's he
recovery
doing?
is like.
How's he doing?
He's doing well. It's crazy.
Does
He's
he
a
have the
fucking-
chest pain
yeah.
still, or no?
Say that again.
Does his chest still hurt a lot, or no?
A little bit. He's actually complaining more about back pain just from like being bedridden for so long.
Right. Danny's biggest problem is what? Chest pain, or is your back hurt at all, Danny?
I am getting a little bit of back pain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Same reason. Just
Same reason. He said he's getting. a
Well,
little back
hoping he's having a speedy and full recovery, man. And I will. I'll look for you when I come to the series. Maybe we'll get a beer or something.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, buddy. Take care.
All right. Take care, man. Good luck.
All right. 702-329-0480. We're going to give away 10K 1% to my stud 8. Stud 8 I final tabled 5 times since, I don't know, 5 times in the last 13 years. I made 7 total stud 8 final tables at the WSOP in the last 15 years. So we're going to give away 1% to the 10K stud 8. Next, what are we waiting for? 702-329-0480. Give us a call and try and win 1% to my 10K stud 8. First place will be around 350,000. 1% is 3,500. If you guys don't want to call, and I don't have to give away any 1%, so I'll just keep them. 702-329-0480. Give me a call and tell me what you want to do. Welcome to Mouthpiece, Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's going on? Who's this?
This is Andy.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
So, what's been going on?
I tried to add you on Facebook like a couple of weeks ago, and I was wondering why. Do you even look at Facebook at all?
I look at Facebook every day now. Are you on my
So
account, or are you on
my message?
Are you on my account or a fake account?
No, I'm on my account.
Oh, I mean, did you try and reach out to me on my Facebook account?
Yeah, I messaged you, and I tried to send you a friend request, and there was no response.
Are you sure
exactly.
that you weren't on the fake? There's 4 fake Mike Matasso accounts on Facebook.
I'm not sure about that.
You got to go to the Facebook.
Possible,
You got to go to the Facebook account that makes sure it has my bald head and me. It's like me playing poker with my sunglasses on is my profile.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
Okay, so if I didn't friend you back, it could be because I was full, because I could only have a certain amount of friends. But
right.
you could also you can message me on the messenger and say who you are. So, anyways.
Yeah, I just added Greg a couple of weeks before you. I'm like, screw it, I'll try Mike too.
Yeah.
I sent you a message.
Yeah, I'll take a look, Andy. So, anyways, you want to try and win 1%?
How do I win? Hell yeah.
How do you win? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's really easy. Do you watch my podcast a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot, but probably 30%.
Oh well.
I don't do sports.
Well, even 30%. Like, okay, so there's a dumb idiot brainwashed liberal in my chat that says the dumbest things. What's his name?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Oh my God. You just fucking blew the easiest answer in the history of fucking Mouthpiece podcast.
I'm gonna go with Uncle Andy if I had to guess.
No.
But yeah.
You'll have to try back. And thanks for the call. We're going to get to the next person. And have a great one.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Wow, that's so funny. Like, That was like the easiest fucking answer I could ever give somebody.
That was easy.
Oh my God. You guys are all laughing your asses off. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. Fucking even Barry's laughing.
Dude, the guy who just called in just got it.
Oh my God. That was so funny. Oh my God. That was the fucking easiest fucking trivia answer I ever gave. That means he's not really a follower of the show. But nobody's gonna get that one that easy again. Sorry. Welcome to Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, Mike. Steve from New York. How are you?
Good, Steve. How you doing, my friend? What's going on? Are you disparaged about your New York Knicks?
Well, Mike, let's forget about the Knicks. Die-hard Jet fan. Painful. Die-hard Islander fan. Painful.
Yeah.
And now you finally get a little traction with the Knicks.
Yeah.
And you have to sit through the last minute of game one.
Were you at the game?
I was not.
It was not.
I was not.
Well,
fortunately.
I mean, I agree with some of the people, announcers on ESPN on SportsCenter. They said that was the worst loss or greatest win in NBA playoff history. And I have to kind of agree that it's not possible to lose that game. Like, do you know that if you live bet on the fucking Pacers with 39 seconds to go, you would have got 10,000 to 1? $1,000 would have paid you $1 million. That's how bad a loss that was.
It kind of reminded me, and I was saying to somebody, it reminded me of the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl. It's kind of the same way.
The Patriots, that was it was close because all the Falcons had to do when Julio Jones made the greatest catch in Super Bowl history that nobody talks about to give him first down at the 20, all they had to do is run it up the middle 3 times, kick a field goal, and the game was over. Instead,
it's pretty much the same way. And if the Knicks just hold the ball for 24 seconds,
the game is over.
And hand it to
Same
Indiana.
thing.
That's why it reminded me of it.
Correct.
So if the Falcons could have literally QB kneeled 3 times in
right.
3 possessions, and New England can't come back, the Knicks could have just held the ball literally for a full shot clock and handed it to Indiana,
Correct.
and they would have won the game.
Correct.
So it was like
I agree with you that it is exactly a lot like the Atlanta Super Bowl in that fashion. The only difference is they could just kneel down 3 times, kick a field goal because Bryant was the best field goal kicker in the league, and the game's over. In the NBA, you still have to inbound the ball. They could easily steal it, right? You've seen that happen a lot. You saw it happen with Philadelphia against the Knicks last year, right? When the Philadelphia was down up 6 and the Knicks or up 5 and the Knicks scored 6 in the last 13 seconds. You remember that, right? So
yeah.
You have to still inbound the ball, but like you inbound the ball and you hold the ball and the game's over. Like you can't lose. Even if you make 1 out of 2 free throws, you can't lose. So I do agree with you. It's really painful to watch. I told everybody that Indiana was the mortals yesterday because Indiana's defense has been really good the second half of the season, and they were terrible. I mean, the Knicks had a franchise record 135 points in the playoffs and lost.
Yeah,
they were never going to score 135 again,
Yeah, and last night's a must-win. Like, you can't go down to Indy 2-0. It's totally over.
But you knew it was over at halftime when they were only up 3, right? And Halliburton had 2 points, right? Like I bet Knicks money line. I laid $215 to win 1,000 on Knicks money line first half. I didn't want to lay the 4.5 because I know Indy keeps it close, but I thought the Knicks would have a halftime lead, and it should have been a lot more than 3, but it was only 3. And I looked at and I said to myself, well, I mean, do you think that this juggernaut offense is going to score 49 again? Would they score 65 in the second half? You know what I'm saying?
When you said before, Carlisle is running literally circles around Thibodeau.
Circles.
Like both of these, but just like both of these games. So
I mean, the play calls that Carlisle calls from the sideline or out of a timeouts have been masterful. One guy's playing 11 players, the other guy's playing 7. And if the Knicks can't play 8 or 9 and get their stars some rest, they're just Indiana plays too high a pace of offense.
Brunson is just, I mean, I don't know how he's breathing anymore.
He's so good, dude. He's so good. You know, people want to blame him because he took a bad shot to end the game. Like, no, he's the only reason why they were only down 3. It was a 10-point game with 2.5 to go. Okay? This motherfucker made everything.
Yeah, they just don't know basketball.
Right.
Man.
And he had to take he had to take a shot. Should he have gotten maybe a few feet closer? Yeah, but they were going to foul him. Like, I don't fault him at all.
Yeah, and you know, switching over to something more painful, I want to hear your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm on the East Coast. There's not much around here. Used to obviously have a scene with Foxwoods, Mohegan Sun, Atlantic City. Yeah. There's not much going on from a poker perspective anymore on the East Coast. So
I know.
I'll come down to the.
Well, there is. You just got they're private games, and you got to tell me what stakes you play, and then I could probably get you into one of them. So.
Yeah, I'm playing 2-5 cash and middle level. Nothing crazy,
cool.
But you know, there's just not. I'm talking about just buzz of poker, and you kind of watch some stuff that's on stream, like Hustler Casino and the new versions of Poker After Dark and High Stakes Poker.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad. Like you're putting C or D list celebrities, if we want to call them, who don't really have a sense of poker. You're putting people who aren't playing their own money, just ripping, $200K, $250,000 on these pots. I just wonder, is that really good for poker in the future? I mean, I don't know. I know it's not as sexy.
The only people watching them are poker players, right? It's like you don't have a mainstream people watching poker anymore because the only mainstream account is Poker Night in America on CBSSports.com. CBS Sports on 219 cable. And so we just filmed like a bunch of episodes, like 30 episodes for what we filmed last week for CBS Sports, right? And we had a lot of fun, and it made poker fun, and I think it'll be fun to watch. The game wasn't that big, but there was a lot of shit talking and a lot of fun. And so
to me, to be able to watch a Phil Hellmuth, Mike Matusow, Jen Harmon, Daniel Negreanu, and whoever back in the day play a one-table sit-and-go where you can kind of learn about, the way they're playing their blinds, like you just said before to the other guy who talked about it in the scenario, and kind of, they're dumping.
The one thing I did notice about Poker After Darks now is like they're just playing cash game Poker After Darks. They're not really playing any of the sit-and-goes. Yeah.
It's not a good watch, overall. So.
I agree. I do know that they are bringing back the NBC Head Up on, I think it's August 17th to the 19th. I don't know if it's been announced yet. And I am the defending champion, so I was invited from 2013. That is going to be a really big thing on TV. I'm glad they're bringing it back, and it's going to be on NBC. So that's something good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's unique, and that was a good watch as well.
So I would love to talk longer, but I got to give away pieces to my tournament. So you ready? Do you want to try and win a 1% to my stud 8?
Sure. So I watch the vlog here and there when I can, so I'm not a who's who of people familiar to your vlog. So if you can make it poker themed,
I will make it. I will make it poker themed. Okay. Let's see. You don't really watch my vlog, so you don't really know, like, really what happened last year at the World Series too much, do you?
No, other than besides the fact when you were head up for the bracelet a few years back, I was sweating, and I actually was in the background in your movie that just came out, so that was kind of unique.
Okay, so let me watch my documentary. Let's see if I give you a trivia from the documentary. Okay.
I watched it when it was released, so that was a few months.
Okay, well, that should be easy. This is just really, really easy one. Should be. So at the end of the documentary, there was me playing cash on HCL, and I pretty much won a lot of money. Do you remember that scene at the end?
Vaguely.
Okay.
Being transferred.
Okay, that was a really good ending towards the end of the movie. So if you vaguely remember it, you're not going to get this answer. Let me see. Let me try and find a part of the documentary that would kind of stick out a little bit. Danny, you got a question? Something that I think he might be able to win from the documentary. I mean, I've seen it a million times. I'm just trying to come up with something you'll win.
Whose car did you get into that caused your injury?
Yeah, he won't get that.
You think so?
Maybe. I don't even want to bring that person's name up.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right. When I had my injury, I had a fall at a poker tournament. What casino was it at? I had my fall that caused my injury. Try that one.
I want to say
it was in L.A. I'll give you a hint.
It was in L.A. I mean, educated guess would be the Commerce.
No. Good try though. I tried to give you a somewhat easy one. I'm sorry, but
I thought it was when you fell out of Bilzerian's car at the Reno.
Well, I was going to say, he asked me. He said ask him what car it was in, but I didn't want to bring up that fucking Jew hater's name.
That's far more memorable than the other.
Right. Very true, but I can't bring up the fucking Jew hater's fucking name. So I didn't want to do it. Anyways, if I don't give away a piece, try calling back. So thanks for the call.
All right,
peace.
Thanks.
All righty. All right. 702-329-0480. We got to give away 4 more %. I'm giving away answers that are pretty fucking easy. I mean, for people to not get Barry's name, I mean, that's an embarrassment to fucking Barry. Nothing should be. I mean, he's already an embarrassment to the world, but this is an embarrassment to Barry. I'm ashamed for Barry. Well, the Mouthpiece this is Mike.
Hey, Mike, it's Tony from Philly.
Tony, what's going on, my man?
How's it going? You got to be feeling pretty good about your Edmonton Oilers bet.
I bet them at 4.2 to 1 before yesterday. After they were down 1 and Florida was up 2-0. I'm just like, well, you're getting this odds because Florida's up 2-0 and the other team's down 1-0. So I took the 1,000 at 4.2 to 1, and then I also bet 1,000 on them yesterday. And I think they're the best team. I think they're on a mission. I think Florida is the second best team, but I think the mission and the wanting to get revenge with the 2 best players in hockey is just gonna. They're just getting great defense. I mean, if Skinner shuts out 3 out of 4 games, who's beating them, right?
Yeah, they look really good, and they're a very up-tempo team, which is kind of like the opposite of Florida. So I think they would match up really good against them if they do rematch.
Yeah.
And also having Kachuk being kind of injured, and also Reinhardt going down, if they do play Florida, I think they can beat them this time for sure.
I do too. I heard Reinhart got injured. When did that happen? Game 2?
Yeah, it looked ugly too. It's terrible, man. It looked like a ACL or MCL kind of injury.
I mean, if he's out, that's a massive loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a 50-goal.
I know Chuck's not 100%. And this is kind of what hurt them against Vegas 2 years ago. They just had all those injuries. Reinhardt's a big loss. I kind of agree. Anyways, I want to try and give you 1% to my 10K stud 8. You ready for some trivia?
Yeah, I do watch the podcast often, but I'm more versed in your history, and I read your book and watched your documentary. So if you could give me a trivia from back in the day, that'd be cool. But whatever.
Yeah, I could give you trivia from back in the day. I mean, this one should be really easy. All right. So you watch my channel a lot too, right? You've seen a lot of vlogs, you've seen my videos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So like when I did a Blockers for Dummy video making fun of Daniel, I beat him in a 379K pot. What was my hand that I beat him with?
Oh my God! I do remember this.
Come on, this is so easy.
Oh man, hold on, it's in my head. Oh God, I remember this. Damn it.
It was the biggest pot I've ever won in high stakes poker in my life.
Was it? Did you flop it? Was it a set of threes?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Come on, one more chance. Come on. Think.
Set of sevens?
Get the fuck out of here. You're worthless. God, I'm giving away
I'm sorry, man.
I'm giving away these easiest fucking questions. I got to give away fucking percentages, man. We're running out of time. I want to watch the basketball. I'll talk to you later.
Well, Eagles are winning the Super Bowl again. Don't forget.
They might. They're fucking loaded. They are.
Yeah,
I
we're
told
the best.
everybody they were the best last year, week 7. Nobody believed me. It's tough to repeat, though. It's tough to repeat. I really believe. I still believe. I said they were the best once Detroit got all the injuries to their defensive side. If Detroit is able to stay healthy on the defensive side, they improve their defense, they're going to be a tough out. So. But
the only thing stopping us is Barkey on the cover of Madden.
Exactly. Talk to you later.
All right, man.
702-329-0480. I'm giving away 1%. I'm giving softball fucking questions to get 1% to 4 of my 10Ks. All right, this one's for the main event, fucking 1%. That'll be worth the most money. Maybe somebody will get it. Because if I win 10 million, that's $100,000 for 1%. That's a lot of money. 702-329-0480. Give me a call. I've got 4% to give away. I can't believe how easy these fucking questions have been. Somebody not getting the Barry fucking question. They should literally just throw themselves into a fucking toilet and just jump. You know. They really should. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hello.
Yay, what's going on?
Hey, Mikey. This is Doug in Kansas City.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Pretty good. I wanted to answer your trivia question about the cats.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't get that trivia question. That was an easy one, right?
I guess so.
But this is for 1% of my main event. All right. Since you're a cat trivia guy, come here, baby girl. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Let's see if he knows your name. All righty. What is this black cat's name that I'm holding in my hand? I know, baby girl. Come on. I know. You always make noise. You want to be a star all the time. This is my 15-year-old cat. I've had her for a long time. She always comes up on the show and wants to hang out. Do you know her name?
Would it be, let's see.
I know, baby. He's trying to win 1% to the main event. He has to just guess your name.
I'm going to go with Aces.
No, that's my sick cat that I had to take to the vet this week. But you know what? I'm going to give you one more guess because you seem like a nice guy.
All right.
He's a pretty girl. He's a pretty girl. Everybody knows who you are.
How about Gizmo?
No, that's the baby. All right.
Oh.
You fucking blew it. All right.
Oh,
Talk to you later.
I got one more.
Yeah. Should we give him one more chance at a different question?
We've got to give these away.
Yeah, we do have to give these away. Let me see.
I was pretty close.
You got two of my cats' names right. I mean, that's not bad. And you know the two kittens' names. That means there's only two other cats. Okay? All you have to do is name the name of one of the two other cats, and you win.
Okay.
This should be easy.
Woody.
Woody was the original. That was her name that I'm holding in my hand. Okay? But we're going to give it to you anyways. Give him 1% of the main event.
Oh,
I thought you would get Woody. I mean, Woody's my little girl. She's the star.
What was his name again?
Where's your name, buddy?
My name's Doug.
Okay, Doug. You have his phone number, Danny?
I'll text him.
Okay, he'll text you. And you got 1% of my main event.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
I appreciate it. But Woody's a little upset that you didn't get who she was right away. Huh, Woody? She's a pretty girl. That's right. My little baby. All right, my man. I got to give 3% more away, and I want to watch football, or basketball, and hockey. So I'll talk to you later.
Thanks,
all right,
Mikey.
you got it. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. This one will be for my PLO 8 or better. 10K pot limit Omaha 8 or better. My best event, I think. I am going to complete the redemption story this week for sure. This year, guaranteed. 702-329-0480. We have 3% to give away. I'm giving away 1% to my PLO 8 or better right now. Then we have 1% of my dealer's choice or Big O, whichever one you want to decide on, and 1% to my stud 8 10K. I'm waiting for some calls. 702-329-0480. Okay. What's going on? Welcome to Mouthpiece. Is Mike.
Hi, it's Jason.
Jason, what's going on, man? Where are you from?
Just watching your from Canada.
Canada. Oh, good place.
Yep.
They don't allow me there. They told me I'm criminally inadmissible.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because when I got set up in 2004, I had a felony. They wouldn't let me in their country. So
okay.
But I used to really like going to Canada. I could have it taken off my record for $2,500 by a lawyer, but I don't. It's hard for me to travel, so it is what it is.
It's not worth it. Not worth it right now, anyway.
Yeah.
The government and stuff up here, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I can't believe they voted for a liberal again after what Trudeau did, and it's because people vote with emotion instead of common sense. So they decided that they were going to use Trump's trying to steal Canada, and we need somebody to stand up to Trump, and a fellow conservative is just going to side with Trump, so you got to vote for us. And, of course, the idiots fell for it because that's what people are. They're stupid people, right? And
you got it figured out. You got it figured out.
Stupid people vote with their emotions and not with their brains. And and over all the years, they've learned how to brainwash people emotionally and vote with their emotions. And Trump was able to convince people, fuck your emotions. This is what needs to be done, right? So,
exactly.
and I'm not a big, there's a lot of things in this big, beautiful bill and that I'm not fans of, but I mean, the fact that he has no tax on tips for all the people in the service industry that is in the big, beautiful bill. And that's 40% of people in the United States work in the service industry. That anybody that is against that, just because they hate Trump, that means they just hate poor people getting successful. So, but it is what it is. So I'm going to try and give you 1% to my pot limit Omaha 8 or better 10K. And that's on bullet number 1, by the way, not bullet number. If I go to bullet number 2, you won't have any. But I'm a very honest person, so if you watch my blogs, you'll know if I had to buy in again. So bullet number 1, PLO 8 or better. I believe it's my best game. I've had no luck in this 10K since its inception, but it's going to turn this year. Let's see. Are you a somewhat follower? Do you watch the show all the time?
Yeah, I watch it.
Okay. So, I'm going to give it one. This is easy. I mean, what is my baby kitten boy's name?
Your baby kitten boy's name?
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know.
Okay, do you know my baby kitten girl's name?
I don't know any of your cats' names.
Well, how could you not get this when I've been on the show? I started the show out talking about how fat my baby kitten, and I named her name, was when we first started the podcast today.
Is it Misty?
Yes, it's Misty. Okay, give it to me.
Okay.
I mean, I gave you 80 million. I mean, I might as well just gave you the fucking answer. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, give him 1% to PLO, 10K, 8 or better. Bullet number 1.
Yep.
I'm so good at the game. For me to get to bullet number 2,
I know you are.
They would have to put a beat of all beats on me. So
I agree.
So and like I say, now that they've added 2 bullets, like if I can't go deep with 2 bullets in pot limit Omaha 8 or better, then I need help. So
I know it's your game. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So you got his number. He'll text you. You got 1%. That we have two more 1% to give away. Anything else you want to talk about? What's going on in Canada? Are you a Oiler fan?
No, I'm an anti-Oilers. I'm from close to Vancouver, so Vancouver's my team.
Yeah, they had a really disappointing year. They came on strong at the end, but they couldn't overcome the tough start.
I was hoping for Toronto and Vegas Knights to be in the final. Then I'm going to be at the WSOP and come down and watch that. But unfortunately,
Toronto, they
Vegas didn't
just
make it.
fucking choked it off again. Florida. Listen, let's be honest. The 2 best teams are Florida. Well, I was going to say the 4 best teams are playing in the Final Four, but Carolina is now proven that they don't deserve to be considered in the same breath as the Oilers, Dallas, or Florida.
I agree.
Because
I agree totally. Yep.
They have lost 14 consecutive Eastern Conference Finals games, and they didn't compete in games 1 or 2. I mean, granted, their offense has always been a little bit on the, tough side. That's why they traded for Rantanen, who just said he wasn't going to sign with them. But Dallas gave up a boatload to him, and Carolina finished strong. So, what the fuck is their excuse that they can't that they had 7 shots on goal in the entire game in game 2 at home? You know?
Right. Yeah. No, ain't gonna happen like that for sure.
Yeah. So I do believe that it's going to be an Oiler-Florida final, and I believe the Oilers are going to get revenge, but they don't have to, and Dallas doesn't have to lose. Dallas is a juggernaut. They are healthy now. Roberts is healthy. Rantanen has been, well, granted, he has not done well the last 5 games, but he has been fantastic. They're a great team, and that's probably going to be a 7-game series. The Oilers have proven they can win on the road. I mean, the Oilers have 3 shutouts in 4 games. If Skinner plays like this, nobody's beating him. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like Skinner, but
he's got a big upside. When he's on, he's fantastic. You know.
True. Yeah.
Same with Bob.
Totally
true. Why? Look, Bob is the highest paid goalie in the NHL. Like 3 years ago, he was 3 years into his 7-year contract. They called it the worst contract in NHL history. And all he's done is gone to back-to-back cup finals, including win them the cup. And if they didn't get all the injuries against Vegas, who knows if Vegas would have won. I think Vegas would have because they were the hottest team that year. They were dominating. But and now look what he's doing. He struggled early in the playoffs, right? He struggled the first couple games against Toronto, and now he's just, 4, 5, 6 games in a row where he's just been fucking locked in. So, all right, man.
Yeah,
congratulations on winning 1%, and I got to give away 2 more %, and have a good one.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
You got it. Later. All righty. 702-329-0480. We have my stud 8 and my dealer's choice to give away 1% to, or stud 8 and Big O. Big O's pretty volatile. I had big chips last year and then went 3 hours without getting an ace in my hand. One of my best games. So, but that'll be only the bullet number 1 if we decide to do that. 2 more % to give away, 702-329-0480. If I don't get a call here in the next 1 minute, then I will go to people that didn't get the question right and give them a second chance, because we need to give away 2 more %. 702-329-0480. I'm gonna have my friend John here if I could call in. He's probably busy somewhere. I want to try to give away to people who listen to the show all the time. Hey, Brandon, why don't you fucking let your voice be heard? Call in. I'll ask you an easy question. I'll say, Brandon, who's the dumb liberal that everybody makes fun of on my show? And then you'll win 1%. I love Brandon's okay. He's just brainwashed. He's a good guy. He means well. 70. What's up? Welcome to Mouthpiece. It's Mike.
What's up, Mike? Just want to call and say, hope you're doing good. And I see Daddy back on the podcast, so I'm glad he's doing better.
I mean, he only lives a block from here, so they allowed him to drive over, but he's not allowed to drive on the streets for another 4 weeks?
I don't know.
No shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Can he walk?
Well, the reason why he can't drive is if somebody cut, he has to turn the wheel real fast, or if the airbag pops out and hits him, it could kill him. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he's healing well, right? And he's just.
Yeah, God bless.
Yeah, he's just dealing with some chest pain, but you're doing good, right, Danny? Yeah.
Yeah. Hold it, Daddy.
God
bless. Keep
bless.
fighting, man.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to call and just say, I kind of fell off poker the past year and a half. I'm just trying to catch up on the news. So
yeah,
I just wanted to call.
I want to answer somebody in my chat real quick. Uncle Andy, you could buy a % of my deuce to 7 single draw at pokerstakes.com. I'm selling 30% there. I went very deep last year, and I forgot how good my no limit single draw is. And once I got in the groove last year, I was really good.
Yeah, wish you good luck on the World Series, because I know last year you got killed, right?
I got killed, but I final tabled the closer, and if I would have moved up 3 spots and finished 6th, I would have had a winning World Series, right? If I fucking if I would have gone,
say you're going to be in the hotel, you're just going to stay on property.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what happened. You know.
Well, yeah, so last year, like I stayed at the hotel, but Danny's truck broke down for 3 weeks, and I usually try and come home once a week, right? And then I had girl issues with a girl that shows up there with some other guy, and then I had mental issues because I thought getting off the opioids was going to help me a lot, but instead my body wasn't used to it. Because I went like 10 weeks without playing any poker because I wanted, and when I took any kind of stimulant, because my body, like opioids are downers, right? So you need to balance them out, and it just made me manic and angry, and I was just off. I did not play well, and I ran bad too. I never once had a 2x stack in a limit event, which is insane, So yeah.
How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I no longer take Adderall. I no longer take Adderall. I take Vyvanse, which I have no ups and downs from Vyvanse. I just have all solid focus, feel great every day. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm giving away 1% to my, well, you could choose. You could, I'm giving away 2 more %. So 1% to my stud 8, 1% dealer's choice, 1% big O bullet number 1, or 1% to the deuce to 7 single draw. Which one would you like to go for?
I'll go deuce to 7.
Deuce to 7 single draw 1%. Okay. Let's see. You watch the show a lot?
No, I just said.
Okay, so let's try and give you a trivia question that you would know. You don't watch the show a lot.
That's this past year.
Well, let's.
I just really found out the Friends podcast just stopped recording. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. So let's see. Did you watch my documentary yet?
No, I'm trying to finish the book before I watch it.
Well, okay. Well, the book is a lot different. The documentary is really good. You can check it out on Tubi TV. You could rent it for $2.99 at Amazon Prime, or you could watch it. What's it? India movies?
Yeah, I'm right now.
Indie movies on YouTube.
Right now, you're on Samstown, where you're barely when you're working there.
Gotcha.
You're barely doing it downtown.
So let's see what trivia question you would get. Did you used to watch the old footages from the World Series of Poker and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, shoot one. Let me see.
Okay, well, this should be a good one. I don't know if you'll get this. Yeah, you should be able to get this. I was deep in the main event against 04 against Raymer. We played a massive pot wthat he moved all in and I called. He ended up.
Oh yeah, you had ace queen?
No, that was not. That's a different one. A different one. Okay. And
yeah, it was 2 big hands you played against him. Yeah.
So this one was against Raymer. He went all in on a 9 high board with 2 diamonds. What hand did he have that he beat me?
Well, he beat you with a flush, right?
What was his 2 cards?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you can get it. He made a diamond flush. He made a diamond flush.
Yeah. I want to say ace queen, but you just said no.
Okay, you got one.
Ace king?
Nope.
No, all right. What was the other thing? I'll look it up. I remember that. Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. All right. 702.
Hey, good luck.
You got it. Thank you. 702-329-0480. We have 2% to give away. I'm giving away fucking softball questions to win 1% to my 10Ks. I mean, I am giving away softball questions. 702-329-0480. All right. 2% more to give away. 702-329-0480. So you guys, yeah, you got it. Yeah. I want, we're coming up on 4:30. The game starts at 5. I got 2% to give away, and I will give you the choice of 4 different 10Ks and which one you want 1% from. 702-329-0480. And we will give you 1% to my 10Ks. Welcome to Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, it's DJ. What's up?
What's up, DJ? How you doing?
Good. Ace Jack of Diamonds for Raymer.
Yeah, of course. Hey, I've been giving away
give
some.
Me another one though.
I've been giving away some softball questions. You have to admit, right?
Yeah, that was easy. I think you had 7-9, right?
Yeah, I did. Good call.
Yeah.
I mean, for
it
them
pops
not
up on Facebook all the time.
For the people who listen to my show, not to get Barry's name though, I think that's an insult to Barry, and it's hard to insult Barry, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's like he's just so brainwashed. But I have to stick up for anybody that could not get that one. It's just sadness to the world.
Yeah.
But
are you and him friends, Raymer?
What's that?
Are you and him friends?
Yeah, we're friends.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's not that good a poker player. And he was a good no limit player in the early 2000s. But he just doesn't make I don't think he's made the right adjustments. I mean, I go deep into all these no limits. I finished 73rd in the 7,000 people, 6,500 people Venom online over at ACR. I took a ridiculous cooler that I still don't even believe I was beat. Yeah. I had 10 million in chips. Average was 8.5 million with like 85 people left. And the guy that's third in chips in the tournament limps under the gun. Ebony Kenny calls. Another person limps, and then the button limps. I check my option in the big blind. I have Jack 9 off. It comes King 10-5 rainbow, gets checked around. There's 1,050,000 in the pot. Turn card fucking comes a fucking offsuit queen. There's King Queen 10-5 rainbow on the board. I bet 500K into a million. It goes fold, 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 and the button calls, right? I'm like, great. He's got like probably Jack 10 or something. And so I'm like, don't put a fucking 9 or I have to split the pot. Well, they put a 9 on the river. I bet $1 million. And he raises me $3 million, leaving me $3.9 million behind, by the way. I snap call, and he has ace jack. Yeah. Like, how could he have ace jack? There was fucking 3 limpers, and he had $13.5 million, right? With the average was 8. You just make it 650, and you pick up the dead money. Like, and if somebody limp re-raises, you just fucking fold. If you think they have it. Like, how could ace jack on the button with 13.5 million just call? And then it shows you he doesn't know how to play, because how does he not raise me all in on the river? Because I led the fucking turn and I bet $1 million on the river. Like I always have a jack. How crazy is that? So that got me down to 15 big blinds, and I was able to grind it up a little bit, and then my bust out hand was just, I mean, I opened, I was down to 2.8 million. I made it 400,000 on a 200,000 big blind, and the small blind and big blind had 14 million and 24 million. So I made it 400K on 2.8. So it looks really strong, right? I have like 14 bigs. Small blind calls, big blind folds, flop 10, 10, 6, and 10 usually hits his range. So he checks, I check. Then the turn card came a suited jack, put 2 hearts on the board, and he goes like full pot. And I said to myself, why would this guy go full pot, right? He went 850. I have 2.4 million. When I check back flop, he's basically targeting a jack, a big jack, right? And I said to myself, I don't know, man. I can't call 800K and then leave myself with 1.6 million with 8 big blinds. So I jammed. He called. He had queen 10 off, and that's how I went broke 73rd. So pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Crazy.
Anyways, okay. So let's try win you 1% to which one do you want? Stud 8, dealer's choice, no limit deuce, or bullet 1 of the Big O.
Big O, fine.
Bullet 1 of the Big O. Let's see. Have you watched the documentary yet?
Yeah.
Okay, you should be able to get this. Let's see. On the ending of the show, where I played cash at HCL, I won a certain amount. You don't have to guess that amount. Did I win 30,000 to 60,000, 60,000 to 80,000, or over 80,000?
On the last day?
On the one of the last scenes of my documentary, where I won pretty big at HCL.
I'll say 30 to 60.
Oh man, oof, you weren't even close, man. You weren't even close.
It was over 80.
It was over 80. I won 95,000. Thought you'd get it because it was one of my biggest cash game wins ever.
Oh yeah.
So on stream, I mean, it was one of the top 3 bigger cash games of all time. So, all right, sorry, my friend, I'm gonna have to try someone else, and I appreciate the call.
All right, appreciate it.
Have a good one. Yep.
All right, thanks.
All right, 702-329-0480. Give us a call. We'll give documentary stuff. We'll give whatever. Whoa, welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I could get the stud 8.
Okay, stud 8. 10K stud 8 question. All right.
And I'm hoping to get into the World Series of Poker Hall of Fame this year.
I hope so. We'll see what happens at all. I'm just going to have to just win. We're going to win, and we're going to win early. So,
you're overdue.
Let's see. Stud 8 is probably my best tournament game, top 3 tournament game, so I'm glad you picked that. You watch the show a lot?
A little bit.
Okay. Did you watch the documentary?
You got a bracelet in stud 8, don't you?
Yes. Should have had 2. I blew it 2 years ago head up.
Final table, yeah.
I played terrible head up, and I gave it away. Let's see. Did you watch my documentary?
Yeah.
You did.
It was great.
Thank you.
I thought your mom was the star.
Yeah. My mom's the best. My brother's crazy.
Yeah, he's good too. He loves you.
Yeah, he does. Let's see what we're going to do with a documentary question. This one's easy. When I started off dealing, what hotel did I deal at?
Sam's?
Say it again?
Was it Sam's?
Sam's what?
Well, I'm at the Sam's. Why am I blanking?
Oh, you could do it. Come on. You think we should give it to him? No. He's got to fucking get the rest of this, man. I'm not fucking. Let's see. Sam City, Sam State,
Samstown, right?
Samstown. There you go. I made it pretty easy for him, but I wanted him to get it.
What was that,
Stud 8?
Yeah, that's where you figured out how to play everybody.
I did. I really, really did. I spent every time I was in the box, I was watching what everybody did. It really made me a great player. So, yeah, okay, you got 1% to my Stud 8. We have your number. He'll text you, and we're going to do really well this year. I plan on
you're the best,
final.
Mike.
I plan on final tabling every event. So, in the 10K. So we'll see what happens.
I'm glad to hear everything's going good.
Everything's great. I'm mentally sharp as can be. I'm still in a lot of pain, but I'm mentally sharp, and that's really all that matters. So, all right, my man. I appreciate the call, and have a great weekend. Take care.
Great job on the documentary.
You got it. Thank you so much. All right. We got 1% more to give away, and you'll be able to choose dealer's choice, bullet 1 of the Big O, or the deuce to 7 single draw bullet number 1. 702-329-0480. Yeah. 702-329-0480. Let's give away 1%. All right. Welcome to Mouthpiece, Mike.
How you doing, man? This is Troy from North Dakota. How you doing?
How's it going, Troy? What's going on over there?
Nothing. I just wanted to tell you I watched your documentary, and it was pretty legit. I liked it. You showed the highs and the lows. You didn't try to sugarcoat anything.
No. I wanted people to the thing that I wanted more than anything for people to understand is everybody in the poker world knows, like, I was set up in 2004. I mean, if you don't, you're just reading bullshit. But I wanted people to understand how hard it is for me to continue to play at a high level and continue to win, which I continue to do. And what I have to deal with every day to get myself prepared, you know what I'm saying? And it's very frustrating when, you're deep in an event and then you just never make hands, or Phil shows up, max late regs, and the deck hits him and he thinks he's the greatest, and I have to hear from him how great he is, and it's really frustrating,
Because I'm good at no limit hold'em.
Can I ask you a question? You were talking about when you were dealing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn more on people's tells, or did you learn more of your,
I will say I learned people's tendencies. So,
okay.
Once you kind of watch everybody kind of falls in. Even today, right? I fall into it myself. I give away a lot sometimes if I'm not paying attention to myself. So, I have to tell myself, count to 5, make sure you do the same thing over and over so you don't give away anything. And so,
how about your wordplay? You've got the gift of gab. Did you learn that as a dealer, or had you always had that?
how
you can kind of get under someoun's skin.
Well, the thing is I always talked a lot because I had ADHD, which is hyperactivity disorder, right? So I was always hyper, right? And once I got ADHD medication, I got a lot more calm, right? If my medication was worked right, I'd be pretty quiet and I'd be focused, right? So when you have ADHD, which is what attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder.
Right.
Yeah, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So like I'd be hyper a lot. So I always talked a lot. I mean, even when I dealt, I would fucking talk to 4 different people at the table at the same time and run the game. I was a really good dealer, so
yeah.
So it's I thought the director, producer put the documentary together really well. For the small budget, you got to remember we had a really small budget, like 60,000.
Well, sure, yeah.
So we couldn't. We couldn't add more music because that was an extra 50,000. We couldn't add. There was a lot of things we couldn't add. So for what the budget was, I thought he did a great job. Showing.
No, I loved it, man. I thought, like I said, you didn't sugarcoat anything, and you had some people like, you had Raymer on there say a few words or whatever, and I got to tell you, in my old poker league back in the day when the ESPN shown that, I said I no longer want to be called Troy. I want you to call me Big Cojones, because after that one part where you said I got big cojones, you got little cojones, and I just thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Well,
so,
it's because we had the thing about it is we had a table that we could just run over, and I didn't take every spot. I'd give up, let him. I'd take some, he'd take some, but then he kept coming after me, which was ridiculous because, like, if somebody is, like, letting you 50% of the time run over the table and then I'm doing it, then stay out of my way, And,
right.
And so that was basically what it was, and then I picked up a tell on him really bad, and that was the hand where he crippled me. And I was first and he was third, and we had like top 3 stacks. Like if I hold that hand, like I win the World Series in 04, for sure.
Yeah.
And so,
can I ask you one other question? I'm sure you got other guys you want to talk to and whatnot, but you say you pick up a tail on a guy like Raymer, and you say you're friends with him. Mm-hmm. Do you abuse that tell for the rest of your life, since a guy becomes your friend, do you tell him?
Well, at the time, right? When he put those glasses on, right, and if he looked,
right,
I don't remember what it was, but if he put the glasses on and he looked down, he had a real hand, and if he put the glasses on and looked straight at you, he was on a draw, or he was bluffing. I forgot which one it was. Sure. But it was one of the two, and it was the way he in the middle of the hand he'd put the glasses on, and so that's when I knew. That's why I said I know you got ace jack. I know you have ace jack, right? I said it out loud.
Yeah.
And so and I was right. I just didn't think about ace jack of diamonds. I was just thinking I got top pair.
Yeah.
See, my whole goal was I knew he had ace jack or ace queen before the flop, and so I called this fucking like 7x re-raise in position, figuring if it doesn't come in ace jack or queen, I'm just going to take the pot for him. So when it came 9 high and he moved in, I'm like, I didn't want to just fold like I did against Carlos when I knew Carlos had nothing in 2001.
Yeah.
And I just like, I couldn't live with myself because I know I had a read on it. And so, I go, I know you have ace jack, and I called, and he had ace jack of diamonds, and I wasn't even thinking about diamond, and he hit it right on the top.
You had the read, and you went with your gut, and your gut was right. It's just the cards fell poorly for you. So
people to the day I die, I will call it the greatest call I've ever made because, people say, well, if I know he has ace jack of diamonds, of course I'm going to fucking fold because I'm not going to fucking risk my whole stack where he's 56%,
Right.
But it just, the only thing in my mind was I know he's got ace jack. I know it by the way, but it could be ace queen, but I know it's ace jack. And I knew it was one of the two. And so when I flop top pair and he jams on me, it's just a call. It is what it is. I'm still I'm still 44%. Or 56-44, I could win that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, I just wanted to say, call and say I really enjoyed the documentary, and I like watching you play, man.
I appreciate it. I'm going to try and give you 1%. We have 1 more percent to give away. Do you want to try and win 1%?
I'll take a shot, but I'll tell you what, I'm probably not going to get this right.
Well,
but
you might, because I'll give you a documentary question. So,
all right, so, I'll give it a shot, man.
1%. You want my No Limit Deuce Bullet 1, Big O Bullet 1, or
you already gave away Big O.
No, I didn't. I gave away, yeah, or Dealer's Choice, which is only 1 bullet.
I tell you what, it's dumb of me for me to pick. I want you to pick what you think you're going to cash in. Work with me here, man. Go with your gut. Whatever it is, I'm cool.
I'm going to go with Dealer's Choice. I mean, that's where
all right, go for it.
That's where you play 22 different games. I'm really good at all the games. I've ran fucking like dog shit in this fucking. I mean, I shouldn't say that. In my documentary, I finished 5th in the Dealer's Choice tournament. So I had that in my documentary. That was 3 years ago.
I'll try, but my retention's pretty poor. And hey, man, win or lose, it's been nice talking with you. So let's go for it.
I'm gonna. Let's see.
I have to tell you, I was screaming at the TV when you asked how much did I win on that last hand. It's like, you got to be shitting me. But I didn't. I shouldn't swear. I'm sorry. But
no, it's okay.
It's like, no, why couldn't I have got that question? I'd have got that one.
Yeah. Okay, so in my documentary, I was there for Phil where he won his 17th bracelet. Do you remember the event that he won it in?
Oh, no. It was not Hold'em, and you came up and you were standing with everybody up there.
Yeah, I don't even know that one.
Okay. I'll make this one easy for you.
All right.
I just offered to give you 1% of one of my events, and you said your choice, and I took Dealer's Choice. He won it in one of the other 2 games that I mentioned.
Oh. God, now people are screaming at the TV
they're
for
probably
me.
thinking, how can he not remember what Mike just said 2 minutes ago?
What a schmuck. I'm going to say, I'm beat, man.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, dude. I thought that's as easy as a question I could have gave.
I hear you. Nah, it's all good, brother.
The answer was
I wouldn't call him
the answer was No Limit Deuce.
Oh, well.
So I said No Limit Deuce, Big O, or Dealer's Choice. I picked Dealer's Choice, so you had a 50-50, and you got it wrong. All right, it's all good,
man.
I
roll. I've heard you say it before. I run bad. That's how I run. I run bad on these kind of things.
It's okay. So. If I win, if I win $1 million at the World Series this year, all the people that follow my show will get something in the mail. All right, have a good one.
Holy cow! Thanks, brother. Have a good one.
Take care. All right, we got almost 1,000 live listeners. We have 1 more % to give away. 702-329-0480. The basketball game starts in 6 minutes. I've made no bets on the game. I think fucking laying 3 with OKC is like free money, but I'll bet them second half because they just wear down the other team. So I'm winning so many, it just doesn't going to happen. 702-329-0480. Give me a call. 1% of my... What did we just give away? The last one? We have Dealer's Choice. Yeah, we have Dealer's Choice. First bullet of No Limit Deuce or first bullet of Big O to give away. 1K more. 702-329-0480. Fucking, come on, Brandon. Call in one time, man. Fucking, you'll get a cakewalk question. And everybody can know that you're actually a real person. All right. Welcome to Mouthpieces, Mike.
Did I get on?
You did. What's going on?
Oh my gosh. Is this your first women caller?
You are the first woman caller today. Yes.
Woohoo! Yeah!
All
You're
right.
my favorite poker player ever.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. I have 1% of an event to give away. You could get 1%. You get 1% of my dealer's choice, 1% of my first bullet to Big O 10K, or 1% of my no limit deuce first bullet. Which one would you like to try to win?
Dealer's choice, please.
Dealer's choice. Okay.
Oh, make this easy. Come on.
I mean, I've been throwing softball questions out there.
I know. I've been here. I heard it.
And so, did you watch my documentary?
Yeah, I actually rented it the first day, and I
Beautiful.
give it for free on YouTube. Really?
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually make more money off YouTube views than I do off the pay-per-views.
Well,
so.
did you actually know you're the #1 on that indie films documentary on their whole thing?
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yeah, I looked to see. I don't know.
I know I've got over 100,000 views in a week, which is amazing.
Yeah. I think you're the highest.
That's awesome.
Viewed on their channel. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'll give you.
Oh my gosh.
I'll give you a documentary question.
Oh.
Let's see.
How about I know one?
You can't give the question if you know one.
I can't.
I'm gonna give the question. Let's see.
Can I give you a hint? What I want to say?
Oh, there's so many different things. Let's see.
My brain's not that good.
This is a kind of a tough one.
How about a women professional player that was in your documentary?
Well, there was, I think, only one woman that I interviewed in my documentary, that professional player. So you'd get that. But I'm going to come up with a pretty good one. So, okay, I consider this one of the funniest scenes in the movie. It was you should be able to get it because it was really funny. If you don't, I'll give you another one. This is a pretty tough question, but it was funny. So there was a part in my documentary where I'm on my scooter in the back room, and a poker player named Matt Glantz is making fun of me, and he goes, "Oh, look, this is not Mike. It's so-and-so's best friend." Whose best friend did he call me?
Phil Helmy's best friend?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, yes!
Good answer.
Woohoo!
He's like,
1%.
oh, look,
baby.
it's Phil's best friend. And so the whole time, it was a really funny part of the movie. He just kept calling me, do not call him Mike anymore. Just call him Phil's best friend. So it was a pretty funny part of the documentary.
Phil Helmy,
right?
you're too good.
So that was a pretty funny part. You have to admit that was pretty funny. And you got it right. See, that shows that you are a real fan. And I appreciate that.
Yes, I am. Well, I am. I think I'm probably your #1 girl fan.
Okay. Well, we're going to give you 1% to the dealer's choice. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what. It's nothing to do with you being a girl. It's nothing to do. It's because I think you really are my #1 fan. I'm going to give you a chance to win 1 more % to one of the other tournaments, which is nobody's ever won before. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But this one's going to be. I can't throw a softball for it.
Oh
so,
boy. No.
All right. Do you watch the show a lot? Do you watch my podcast a lot?
Yeah, I used to listen to it.
Okay. All right. You've been listening to it all day. You should be able to get this.
Oh boy.
Can you name all 6 of my cats?
Oh my God.
Come on, you could do it for an extra 1%.
Oh, I'm never going to get it. 6. You know what, though? I want to, not to change the question, but didn't you have a cat named Scratch?
No, Flash. He passed away.
Oh, yeah, I knew. No, Flash. He passed away. But
But I've named all 6 today on the podcast. Yes, and I've named them more than once. All you have to do is just be thinking. If you've been watching since the beginning, you probably were going to get it. I was thinking.
I don't know, 6, that's pretty hard.
Well, start with 1.
Start with 1, okay.
What are the kittens' names? Come on.
Start with an M.
Okay. No, they both start with an M. Okay.
M. A little baby, a girl, and a boy.
Right.
I really should have been paying attention more when you were talking about your cat.
All right, you're not going to get it. All right.
No,
I thought you would. Let me think. I don't even know. I'm running out of time.
How about who was the...
no, I got to make it somewhat challenging to you because you already won 1%.
I don't know. Or it could be easy.
Okay,
you know.
This one you could. Did you used to watch old footage of me on the World Series of Poker?
The Markup Police.
No, well, that was a video.
Alan Kessler.
Oh, Alan Kessler. All right, listen. Somebody said this today. They gave an answer. So, what hand did I go broke with in the 2004 main event? It's been mentioned on the show today. What was the hand I went broke with? Do.
9-7?
No.
Oh, that was against Greg Raymer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said it. What was it? How am I literally going this senile already at my age?
We might have to get you to the. I have no memory. You smoked a lot of pot. You're like me. You probably smoked a lot of pot in your life. Anyways, well, you won 1%. I'm happy for you.
I'm happy. For
the answer was Ace Queen. I lost. I lost Ace King to Ace Queen. And the guy put a queen on the river. So the hand I got broke. The hand that busted me was Ace Queen.
I love watching you play, especially on the old.
I appreciate it. We have your number.
I worship your play.
And you have 1% to my dealer's choice. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for being a fan. Make sure you tune in to all the vlogs this year. We're going to be running the same scooter vlogs, but we're going to be doing a lot more vlogs from the table with a lot more players. And there's also going to be an announcement here in the next couple of days of an endorsement deal that I have going on. So things are
I actually will be playing my first World Series. I won a seat in a women's poker league. So I'm going in June. So hopefully I can see you, and then I'll pop in on your vlog.
Sounds good.
Hey.
All righty. Take care. Thanks for calling.
Bye. Thank you.
You got it. All right. There's like 980 people here. If you want Phil Hellmuth to beat me out of a $10,000 bet, then vote no on the question that he put out. But if you vote yes, you'll allow Phil to cry about losing a $10,000 bet to me. So, I put out a question. Is the OKC Thunder the best defensive team in the last 20 years since they got rid of the hand checking? I believe so. Most of the people that have half a brain say they've never seen a defense this good. And so over 50% I win right now. It's like 64-32 in his favor, but there's only been like 500 votes. So if like the 900 people on this podcast that are watching live vote yes, you'll watch me fucking just shred Phil in the fucking social media platforms. And nobody wants to watch Phil win. You guys know that. 04 Pistons didn't count. This is when the hand checking rule ended. So it was since the 04, so it was 05 season. But yeah, the 04 Pistons were amazing. But yeah, OKC is about to be a dynasty. They are going to win 5 or 6 chips in a row. And what reason why they're going to win 5 or 6 in a row or more is they have the youngest team that's ever going to win that has ever won an NBA championship that's going to win this year. They have 14 first-round picks and 22 second-round picks in the war chest. That means if any of their stars including SGA, gets injured, they just take 3 firsts and a second or 4 firsts and trade for another star, and they win the title again. So this team is loaded with 36 draft picks that they could just trade for fucking players. They have the best roster in the NBA, and they have the youngest roster in the NBA. And they are about to be the biggest sports dynasty of our lifetime. And that includes the Patriots that won 6 titles. I mean, this GM's incredible. He has hit on every draft pick, and he has 36 in the war chest. 14 firsts, 22 seconds. And if Jalen Williams gets hurt for the rest of the year, he just sits there and takes, you could take 2 firsts and 2 seconds, and I'll take that player. You could take 3 firsts and 1 second, and I'll take that player. And they'll just be able to just trade out fucking one of their stars for somebody else if somebody gets injured. And this team is about to be a dynasty. And I really believe that. I really believe that in my heart. So, yeah. It is about being a destination, but all the players are signed long term. And the new owner of OKC has infinite money. So, why would they leave a championship team? You know, do you remember Harden? My brothers, I'll never leave. And then he left for $2 million more the next day. So he's a fucking idiot. And that's why he's never won anything. And that's why he's a fucking loser. All right, guys. I say don't sleep on the Pacers. I agree. They're really good. The Pacers are going to, it's going to be a fun finals. I think OKC wins in 6. It could go 7. I don't believe so. I originally felt it was going to be OKC sweep, then OKC loses 1 to Indiana. But the way the Pacers offense and defense is clicking, I think Indiana could get 2. And it should be fun. All right, guys, thanks for listening to Mouthpiece. Congrats to everybody who won 1% of my 10Ks this year at the World Series. If you're on X, put on that vote that Phil put out, where I have my side as I have OKC as the best defense in the last 20 years. And that's why I can beat his ass for this bet. Why is everybody on the Wolves +3? I have no idea. I'm all on OKC. Talk to you later. Peace.
The Mouthpiece.